Hey YouTube fans, people of the interwebs, it's me, SalvageG1 or Tony, back for a new sensation. It's a TFNation video. Yes, I have been very lax in my TFNation videos this year. It's because I've been working a fuckload, I'm getting a lot more extra hours in, so that's extra spending money. And I've been doing a lot more stuff on my channel, doing more Starships, doing more comic reviews, the Transformers Definitive G1, the Star Trek stuff, and like Power Rangers reviews. And yes, that is MP Shockwave. I will review him at some point. But forget all that minutiae. I'm here to talk about TFNation, which will be from the 11th to the 13th of August 2017 in the Hotel Birmingham Metropole, down in Birmingham, and it's going to be fucking awesome, pardon my French. It's going to be fucking amazing. Last year's, for a first run event, hats off. Fucking hat is firmly off, and then, it was well done, well put together, from everybody. It was like the previous convention didn't exist. They put on a fantastic fucking show. Like I said, there is no praise high enough that I can give to the people involved. They put on a fantastic show, and the guests were fantastic. Panels were fantastic. The ones I managed to see, that is. I was always doing stuff, But yeah, everything ran on time, which is next to unheard of at a convention, I mean, that's no disrespect to anybody with that. What I mean by that is I've been to conventions for years and years and years and years and years, and when you get the itinerary in your little souvenir book, nothing ever runs to time. And I've been to Star Trek conventions, I've been to Star Wars conventions, I've been to general conventions, and previous auto assemblies have never run to time. This, everything, bang, 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 on time, fucking awesome, So, anyway, just, get that out of the way. So, this year is looking to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic. And we've got some fucking amazing guests. We've got Stephen Baskerville. We have Nicholas Roach. We have Simon Fairman. We have Alex Milne, James Roberts, and Maggie Roswell. Now, that was very left field. A Simpsons voice actor, which is going to be, just truly awesome. Which she just so happens to be the wife of Hal Rail, so, awesome, and Hal Rail. Shrapnel and Snarl and others, fucking yes. So I've met 2 Insecticons and 3 Dinobots now, so that's awesome. Is it 3 Dinobots? Yeah, Greg Berger, Michael Bell, and now Hal Rail, and I've met 3 Dinobots. So it's just Frankie Welker and what's he called? Come to me in a minute. Neil Ross. They're these 2 I haven't met yet, but there's still time. So yeah, Hal Rail. We've got Sarah, Petri Darusha, and I'm really hoping I'm saying that right. I'm probably not, so correct me in the shouting box that is the comment section. We've got Kai Zemmer, who is amazing. We've got Josh Perez. We've got Jack Lawrence. We've got the lovely Venus Terzo, everybody's favourite, Black Arachnia. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Bod Budiansky. Oh, I can't wait to meet Bod Budiansky. The father of Transformers. He's the one that created all the characters, I mean, I believe they had names. Well, at least some of them had names before he got his hands on it, and then he created Starscream and Soundwave and Grimlock and Skywalk, Thundercracker, Hound, Gears and Ironhide and everybody like that. So you've got to go say hello to this guy, because it wasn't for him we wouldn't be at this thing. I wouldn't know any of you. So Bob Budiansky. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. And I've got an issue 1 of G1 Transformers. Let's get inside. So I might be getting a bit excited. And we've got John Paul Beauvais as well, who is an amazing, 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 amazing guy, colourist and artist and stuff, who coloured me this bad boy here, which is fucking awesome. Yeah, go see John Paul, get some really cool artwork from him. Sorry, let me refresh my voice. Yes, beer. I like some beer. So now we've got that out of the way, I'm going to talk to you about convention etiquette. Yes, I do this every year. For those who don't know, I do this every year because the reason is because this might be somebody's very first convention ever, right? And so they might not know what to expect. I mean, my very first convention, years and years and years ago, 1999, I believe it was. No, sorry, no. 98 was my very first sleepaway convention, you know. I mean, I've been to local ones, but never stayed in a hotel, you know, convention. 98. Fucking hell, it's 19 years ago, holy shit. Oh, lordy. Lordy, lordy. It was a supernova, 98. Yes, at the Norbert Castle in Birmingham. Norbert Castle in Blackpool. Yeah, my nan and granddad took me. Yeah. Fucking hell, it's a long time ago, is that? Jesus. Fucking hell, 18. Anyway, back onto the main subject. So yes, I'm going to be talking about various things to expect at conventions. Number 1, the people. The people are fucking awesome. They really are amazing. I've been going to this thing now since 2009, and well, that's when it was Auto Assembly. It's now TFNation, and I've been going since 2009, 8 years, and I fucking love it. And it's you know, it's the people. I've just made so many great friends going to this thing, and excuse me, and I don't get to see them unless I'm going to this thing. So it's the people, you know, YouTubers and just people on Facebook, and we get together, we have a giggle, we sit in the bar, we have beers, we have drinks, we play stupid games like Cards Against Humanity, you know, and it's fucking amazing. It really is. So yeah, so there's that. The people. I'm not going to mention anybody's names because I'll forget somebody, and I don't want to do that. So everybody that I've met at this thing are always great people. They are, you know, like I said, they've always got time for you. Well, they have time if they have time, if you know what I mean. Because I'm usually being pulled in about 17,000 directions at once, and you know, because there'll be a panel I want to see, and then somebody's looking for me, or you know, I'm sat in the bar, or I've gone for some food, or you know, I've gone upstairs for a sit down or something. So I'm always around, you know. But 90% of the time, I'll be in the bar, so you know, in my natural habitat. So yeah, so look out. So then we've got guests. We've got some wonderful, amazing guest lineup this year. We've got some truly amazing guest lineup. I think one of the best they've had in a long time, I must admit. Don't get me wrong, every guest lineup has been amazing, but I mean, just for the amount of people that's coming to this thing this year, amazing. You guys, again, I doff my cap, sirs and ladies. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and I'll come on to autographs later, but yeah. So we're going to get to the nitty gritty now. Yes, I'm using my sonic screwdriver as a pointy sticky because, you know, why not? And I'm wearing a Doctor Who t-shirt. The only Doctor Who t-shirt I own, which is, you know, a bit bizarre. I do like my Who. I'm more of a classic Who. I do like Capaldi. He's my favourite new Who Doctor. Don't get me wrong, I did like Tennant. Don't get me wrong, I like them all, but if I had to pick my favourite two, it's got to be Peter Capaldi and, you know, the very best Doctor, Tom Baker. Sorry, I'm digressing. Sorry. Yes, I've only got this Doctor Who t-shirt. So anyway, so the do's and don'ts of a convention. I'm going to put a little infographic in here. Right. First thing I'm going to say is budget. Now, like I said, the reason why I do these videos is because this might be somebody's very first convention, and I don't really want you to make the mistakes that I did the very first convention I went to, which is basically seeing the dealer's room full of toys and going, holy shit! And then, like your brain just overloads and you just don't know what to do, so you just throw your wallet in there and then come out and go, look at all the stuff I bought, and then realise you go, now I can't get food, or now I can't buy a drink, and it's happened to us all. So my advice is, right, don't get me wrong, spend as much as you want, as much as you can, while you've got it, that's what it's there for. But my advice is, when the dealer's room's open, there's usually a queue, and I usually let the Zerg rush happen before I walk in, because I want to do that, because I can just go in usually and just get the thing I want and walk out, because I'm only collecting Masterpiece, G1, Beast Wars and Animated at the minute, so maybe a little bit of chug here and there, but so I mean, if that big thing's on your list, your Masterpiece Megatron or your Masterpiece Shockwave or whatever it is you're looking for, by all means buy it. But the best thing to do is what I like to do, what I like to call playing Monopoly, is where you walk around the dealer's room a couple of times, because unless it's something that might sell out, which is fair enough, do what you want, but I tend to walk around a couple of times and go, right, I want to go here, I want to look there, I want to look at Toifu. You must buy something from Toifu. I'll get to those in a bit as well. So yeah, and by all means buy a few things, but I usually do. I mean, I've learnt my lesson years ago. Is instead of just buying everything all at once, I like to buy a couple of things, go sit in the bar, look what I've got, take it up to the room, come back down, have a few beers, maybe go back in the dealer's room, I don't know, and have another wander around or whatever. But budgeting comes into, what I mean by that is, always make sure that you've got enough money for food, drink, because don't forget you'll be there at least 3 days. I'm going Thursday, so I'll be there 4 days. Because it's a tradition. I've been going since Thursday, since 2010, coming home the Monday morning, because first year I went when it was auto assembly. I went down on the Friday, came back Sunday night, and as I come back, I saw people's Facebook page. I'm like, oh, I wish I was still there, So that's the reason why I go Thursday and then come home Monday. But anyway. So always make sure that you've got enough money for the things you want to buy and enough money for food and drink and stuff. I usually tend to keep, like 200 quid. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing stopping you buying something in that £200, Sunday afternoon. But I always make sure I've got at least 200 quid, because that'll be enough to, see you through for food, drink, stuff like that. Now they've opened a big. Like big centre over the other side of the lake, which has got really good food places in there. There's like a Pizza Express in there. There's a TGI Fridays, I believe, as well. Wells Bar, no, that's really cool. A really good place, that Wells Bar. Wells Bar, and they have a load of other stuff as well. I mean, I didn't really have a chance to explore it last year, but there's a cinema in there, and there's like clothing shops and stuff like that. It's a big, huge place. It's fantastic. So that's just across the river. Of course, you can buy stuff at the hotel as well. So yeah, so make sure you've got enough money for your food, your drink, stuff like that, and also make sure you've got enough money for emergency, because you never know, something might happen. You might lose your train tickets or whatever, and just make sure that you've got a way to get home. That's very important, because you don't want to be stuck there, So that's budgeting. Now food. Now, I tend to take a few snacks with me, because plenty of fruit. You've got to have fruit. Fruit's important. You're 5 a day. You've got to have fruit. I mean, yes, I am a fat bastard. Yes, I will admit to that. But I do like my fruit, and I do eat a lot of apples. Take a bag of apples. Leave them up in your room. There's nothing wrong with munching on an apple. I tend to get them when I'm having my breakfast as well in the morning. I tend to, when I've had my bacon sandwich, munch on an apple and an orange and stuff. Because it's good, it's fuel, it keeps you going for the weekend. But snackage is really good, because there's now better, because you're having such a good laugh and you don't really notice that you're hungry until somebody says, oh, we're hungry, we're going for food. you know, and then you go, oh yeah, I'm starving, I didn't realise. Because you're having such a good laugh, you see. Like I say, I tend to take, you know, just some stuff in the room, just to quick snacks. Pot noodles are good. You know, if you just want a quick snack because you've got a kettle, you can, you know, have a pot noodle in your room. It's great. It keeps you going. At least, you know, it's also good to have a chill out for, you know, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour or something like that. Because believe me, it gets hot in Birmingham during August. You know, it. Plus, you're in a room with, you know, 1,000 people, more even, because I think the Quilters are there this year. So it's going to be warm. It's going to be warm. And so sometimes a nice just chill out in the room, you know, even if it's just 10, 15 minutes, can be nice, you know. Shower. Oh, there's no better than a cool shower. Oh, cools you right down. I'll get to that in a moment as well. And chill outs are very important as well. No matter how much fun you're having, it's just nice to go recharge your batteries, you know, recharge your phone as well while you're doing it. But just to sit down, you know, and have a look at the stuff you've got. I always do that. Go upstairs for half an hour or something and go, ooh, I've got a G1, you know, whatever. Like last year, I got a G1 Weird Wolf, a G1 Mind Wipe. What else did I get last year? G1. Do you know, I can't even remember. Can't even remember. I don't remember them two because they're up on my shelf here. A few bits. I got an MP Shockwave, and you know, and as soon as I bought it, I went upstairs and just went, oh, Shockwave. You know, I don't know why I did that particular sound there, but I did. But yeah, it's just nice to have a chill out every once in a while. So yeah. Then it comes to cleanliness. Now, I mean, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. And I've got a lot of stick over the years from various different people about this, but I find it very important. I am a very, very clean person, and I get paranoid to the extreme that I might be, you know, sweating and giving off BO, and I get so ultra paranoid. At that point, I've got to go get a shower. It might be even OCD, you know. Got to brush my teeth again, you know. I'm very fastidious like that. It might be just my neurosis kicking in, but I have been to various conventions in the past where people have, shall we say, not had a shower for a couple of days, and kind of stunk the place out a bit. I'm not going to name names, but just have a shower in the morning. I tend to have 3 or 4 in a day, but because it's warm, I'm sweaty, and I've got about 19,000 geeky t-shirts that I want to wear as well. So, you know, I know it sounds daft, and I know I'm going to get stick for it as well for saying it again this year, but I don't give a shit because I've stopped caring about that shit. So, have a shower. You know, take some deodorant with you. You know, make sure it's, you know, whatever brand you choose. I prefer Lynx or Axe if you're American. I generally, like I say, I just get up in the morning, bit hungover, nice shower, go down for breakfast. So that comes into my next thing. Segues nicely into my next thing. Breakfast. I love my hotel breakfast. I really do. And usually I'm hungover, which is, you know, par for the course. I wake up, I'm like, oh, fucking hell, kill me. Kill me now. Kill me dead now. Oh, I want to die. And then, gosh, you have your cup of tea and you go, because you've got a mouth that's drier than the Sahara Desert. So you take a drink and then you get some fruit juice and then you go, oh, bacon, full English. You can't look at it and go, bruh. And then you cut your endy sausage into your egg and you go, ooh, and you scan it down. I tend to have a big breakfast at these things because I usually miss lunch because I'm, like I said earlier, out doing stuff, you know. And it's not till about, you know, 7 o'clock-ish on that same night. It's almost 12 hours later. I go grab food and my hair's falling out all over the place there. And, so big breakfast, whatever breakfast you type, you know, whatever's your thing. If you like a full English or a bowl of cereal or whatever, eat hardly for tonight. We dine in hell, you know. Yeah, just big breakfast. Make sure you eat, and make sure you eat as well, because you can get into that thing of not eating because you're excited, you're doing stuff, and you're all running on adrenaline. And it's nice to, because you'll crash. And it's happened to me before, been hungover and not eating anything, and then being really, really not well later on, and water, drink gallons of water, drink it like it's gone out of fashion, because if you're like me, a drinker, and you tend to get hungover, maybe once or twice over the weekend, every day. Yeah, drink plenty of water. Take a big bottle with you. Take loads of little bottles with you. Whatever variation you want, drink it out of the tap. But drink water. Water is important. I mean, all right, I'm drinking beer now, but but plenty of water. Get it drank. I usually drink. Well, 90% of the time I've usually got a pint in my hand. But on a night, I will drink loads of water. In the morning, I'll drink loads of water. But I try to drink as much water as I can during the day as well. But, somebody's putting a pint in my hand usually. And I'm like, oh, okay then. But yeah, drink plenty of water. Water is important, especially when it's warm as well, because, you tend to sweat and you become more dehydrated. So just stay hydrated. Even if you drink coffee, you've got to have some water in there as well. And it's basic stuff, but it's important stuff. People forget about this during conventions, and it's happened to me, so this is why I'm doing the video, because like I say, somebody will watch this and go, oh, I didn't realise that before, and I hope somebody sees this video and goes, really good advice, because I have had a couple of times over the years, people coming up to me and going, oh, I saw your video about convention etiquette, I didn't know what's going on, I didn't know what to do or anything like that. And and it helped me out and stuff. So great. I thought brilliant. Somebody's actually watching my videos. Fantastic. So yeah, and like I say, I'm probably gonna get stick for it again, but I don't care. It's my channel. If you don't like it, don't watch it. So yeah, but TFN is gonna be great. I was gonna guests and autographs. Now, the general rule of thumb is, at these things, is they don't charge for autographs, and they'll sign pretty much anything. They'll also have pictures for sale and stuff like that. I mean, I've bought pictures for sale as well, and they sign them very kindly and stuff like that. Now, if you're a fan of, say, for example, they've done, 20 different things, and you're a fan of all of them, don't be that jackass that goes in... Sorry, there's a fly buzzing on my face. It goes in with a stack of stuff like this, plumps it on the desk, and they sign it. It's a little bit rude, if I'm honest, because imagine that you're the person behind, you're the next one in the queue, and imagine somebody coming up with a massive arm of stuff and going, sign it all, 2 or 3 things, There's nothing stopping you going round again, and having some more things signed, but be mindful of not only the guest, but the people behind you as well. I mean, you don't want to be stuck behind the guy who's got, the entire IMDb of that person, getting them to sign every DVD or comic book or anything like that they've been in or written or anything like that. Yeah, don't be that guy. Just 2 or 3 things is usually enough. Like I said, there's nothing wrong going round again or going there Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon and getting them to sign stuff as well. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff I want to get signed, but I will get a couple of things, go around again, a couple of things. But usually I'll get stuff signed straight away, and then later on it's like, oh yeah, I need this signed, and join the queue again. Nothing wrong joining the queue again, nothing wrong at all. But yeah, but don't say, thinking, and more than likely they'll be happy to have a picture taken with you. As long as you care, as long as you please and thank yous. And I know it sounds daft, but I've been to conventions where nobody said please, nobody said thank you. Not TFN or Auto Assembly, but I have been to conventions in the past where I've seen it happen, go, sign this, and then just grabbed it and walked away, you know? It takes 2 seconds to go, oh, would you mind signing this, please? Thank you very much, you know? 2 seconds, you know? Less than 2 seconds. Manners cost nothing, boys and girls. Manners cost nothing. Also, as well, don't hound the guests. If you see them out and about and walk in the hotel, by all means say hello, but, you know, if you see them having food, let them be. If you see them having, you know, if you see them in the bar mingling with people, by all means go over and say hello. I generally go say hello, you know, because I met Richard Newman last year, such a wonderful man, and I went over and said, you know, there's a big group of people and they all disappeared, and he just stood there on his own, and I walked over and said, oh, thanks for coming, and he was only on his own for like a second, you know. But I mean, I went over and said hello and pleased to meet him and stuff like that, and we ended up chatting for ages and ages and ages. What a lovely man. Same with Somali, I forget her name, sorry. She played RC in Transformers. Somali Montaro, I believe. I'm butchering that name. She was lovely anyway. Because she retweeted one of my tweets. Because I'm like, you know, like 8 hours away from Birmingham or something like that, and then she retweeted it, which was really cool. And then because that year I was helping Nick, True Phantasm, on his table, and I managed to get my autographs before it opened, which was really cool. And I said, oh, thanks for retweeting my tweet. And she went, which one was that? I said, oh, about 8 hours or whatever. And she goes, oh, that was you. I went, yeah. So I do that every year. I have the timer and Russell's official TFN Auto Assembly countdown, now TFN countdown. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But by all means, say hello to the guests when they're out and about. 90% of the time they'll be in the bar with you. But don't hound them, and don't. I was going to mention somebody by that name there, but I thought the better of it. But we all know who I'm talking about. Paul Harding definitely knows who I'm talking about, but I won't say who it is. But I think we'll all know. Yes, so don't be that person. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, just be courteous and please and thank you and all like that, and don't get, you know, the entire your DVD collection to get signed by these people. You know, one or two things, go around again. Two more things, go around again. Two more things, go around Sunday. Get out my face, sorry. Hate flies buzzing in my face. Of all the space in the entire universe, insects want to be exactly where I am. You know, exactly in this space. What's that about? But anyway, I think I've ranted on, you know, a bit too long about this stuff again for this year, but I'm making up for lost time because, like I say, I usually do a video every couple of weeks, and it's been months since I did the last TFN video. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the cosplay again this year. I only saw a little bit of the costumes last year because I was just sat in the bar with a few people and was having a chat and a laugh and stuff like that, and then I was like, oh yeah, this cosplay competition's on and the script reading's on, and then I looked at my phone and realised it was been over 2 hours ago, and I was like, oh shit. But that's my own fault. No fault to anybody else, just my own fault for missing it, you know. But I did see some of the costumes, and they were fucking amazing. And they've been, you know, getting better every single year. And I mean, amazingly better. From, you know, I remember seeing it in 2009, first TFN, first Auto Assembly I went to. And it was basically, you know, cardboard cut-out wings and stuff like that, you know. Looks great, but from that to what it is now, the progression has just been amazing, you know. I mean, it's like the difference between seeing a NES, right, and then suddenly seeing an Xbox One and the graphic, and then watching the progression in between. That's what I'm talking about. You know, great as they are, but they just get better and better every year. And I've seen some and some of the bizarre costume choices I've seen as well, but great as well. Like one year, a guy dressed up as a swarm of scraplets, which I have, but he's sadly just been destroyed. He was giving them away at the end, and I managed to nab one. So yeah, he went as a swarm of scraplets, and I saw one guy, I think it was Dave Tree actually, went as Unicron in space, which is quite funny. A guy dressed like Michael Bay a couple of years ago. There's been some great costumes over the years. Pete Brown's Bludgeon was one, which was awesome. A guy dressed like Nergil from Atlantis Arise, which was awesome, which was really cool. But some of the costumes have been absolutely amazing. Like the one year there was a transforming animated Grimlock, you know. So yeah. One year Dave and Billy went as Spike and Carly, which was quite hilarious. And that blonde wig went, well, everybody seemed to wear it. So that was quite fun. So yeah, anyway, I'm digressing now, I'm just talking shit. So, TFN is in about 50 odd days away, so just a little under 2 months away. My bank account is slowly getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Nice spending money to spend on lovely, 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 lovely G1 tat, because G1. And I'm hoping, I'm not sure how likely it is, but I'm hoping to find a Filmation Skeletor for Master of the Universe, because I love Skeletor. I want a Skeletor. Yes, He-Man. Why did I just mention Skeletor? I don't know, but anyway. One thing I forgot to mention. Toifu. They get some amazing stuff. It's mostly G1 stuff, but it's obscure G1 stuff that you never necessarily seen in real life. But they get it all, and they get some really good stuff. And they got a lot of GoBots and Rocklords last year. I managed to snag myself a Rocklord. This is Stundar, I believe this guy's called. You know, he's a rock that turns into a fossilized pterodactyl. I had one of these when I was a kid, but I wonder if this was the one I had when I was a kid. Wouldn't that be weird? But just one of those that vanished into the ether. Fucking hell, I don't want to come up. Ah, there we go. That was hard work. So yeah, I got one of these last year, which is really cool, because, you know, it's a Rocklord, so why not? Toifu, all their stuff, all their profits, this is profits, mind. I mean, they cover costs, but profit all goes to charity, and it goes to Mary's Meals. And I think last year they ran, pay what they're asking, and and it all goes to charity, which is really cool. So that's me. That's this video, and I shall catch you all later. Bye for now.